Hi, Julie Torrens here. We're still going to be making some ephemera because this is all I have. So we are taking off in kind of the way we started. Now I was just getting together some of my scraps and bits, and I found both of these and I thought, wouldn't this be a good belly band? I think so. Oh, the minute I sit down, I see what I forgot. That's okay. I forgot a glue book. But we will just use some pages from this that I just don't think are particularly wonderful. And we'll get started with those, and then we'll keep going. Don't let things turn into roadblocks. No. Nope. Okay, so I'm going to start out by gluing this, and this is a sheet, a piece of the printable of my summer collection. So there we have it. I'll tell you, a new glue stick, which is this, is so much less gloopy than an old one. And that's just not an oohoo thing. That I've just found that glue sticks in general. I have that kind of centered. Kinda. We're calling it yes. Okay. Yep. Now, I guess I should have done this first. Will it fit? Well, if I can't use it in this journal, I can use it in another journal. Like I said, that basket is empty. And I see this is, I missed. There we go. Okay. So that's all right. I'm not going to stop what I'm doing. We need to keep this all going. So what can I put on top of here? You know what? I've got my bag of lace. Well, this is the little bits of lace that I kind of have left over. Will this make it awfully big? Because if I would put that on both sides. Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. You know what was going through my mind after I decided that it would be okay if I put it on both sides for a journal? Hoarding it. Don't hoard, Julie. Don't hoard, you guys. Because as you use your supplies, you're just making room for more supplies, right? You got to have a place to put them. At least I do. This is my foam and poster board adhesive, and fabric to paper is on a list of what it can do. So I'm not using Fabri-Tac this time. I'm using it. And I think it'll work out fine. So let's tack this on. Of course, I'm using a spirit glue with my brand new done nails, but hey, that's the joy of it. I like it. Okay, other side. Isn't this going to be a pretty belly band? I did it with the stitching on top, so I'm going to do this side with the stitching on top. It's probably the wrong way, but I don't care. I think it's fine. I like the stitching. Okay. Put this one aside so that I don't get them mixed up. Underneath is a leftover piece of that Tim Holtz very old 12 by 12 paper pad. And I haven't really been hoarding it. I just don't do a whole lot of grungy. But I enjoy it. I enjoy looking at it. I enjoy watching people's videos that are making their grungy journals and things. But I don't know. It just doesn't creep into my style that often. Okay, now let's think about something in here. I removed some of the ephemera that we were digging into all the time in the last video. I replaced the fall with the summer cutouts, ephemera. I think that's 2. It was kind of pretty. Let's see. I like that. I think we could put with it maybe a couple small. Yep, and a couple of leaves. Let's get 2 leaves. And let's do this. Now I'm going to leave that there, but I want these 2 littler ones. Ooh, and I want the leaves to tuck under them. All right, so think about this some more. And so that's where the leaf goes, right about where those brown bubbles are. What's on your desk? What are you working on? What are you doing? This is ephemera, filling my ephemera basket, but I am working at present on a journal that is a gardener's field notes. So I do have that in mind, but that was where that paper came from, because it is not your typical size. I'm making it out of a bag. So the bag is my cover, and that kind of exactly dictated the size of the papers and such. So you can get my downloadables or printables at PM Artist Studios. That's the only place you can get them. I am not on Etsy. And they are on sale. So please take a look. And even if you just looked at them, let me know in the comments. I know that there are many of you who can do watercolor flowers and things 10 times better than me. And I'm so glad. But maybe you would like to just spend time on something else, and that maybe mine would help. I mean, who knows? All right, I realize this is too little, but you can kind of just get the idea. Isn't that a nice belly band? Sure. All right, into the basket, and onward we go. So I have another one of these, and maybe I should look at this is the basket that it would go in. So let's cut it off right about here. Okay, I think that looks like a good size. And this I glued straight down to my glue sheet. Okay, now we know it'll fit. And what do I have that we can put with it? I didn't have another sheet exactly like that, but do we need another sheet exactly like that? No. How about some of this? This is some book page. Yes, this is some book page that I had some leftover gray acrylic paint that I was using. And so I took the leftover and I just put it on a couple of book pages. And I liked the way it turned out. And I found it handy. So it's just another way you can keep your acrylic paint from just drying up and being thrown away, which is a shame if that happens. But it does. I mean, especially when I'm doing acrylics on a video, I don't always have the luxury to take some leftover. Oh, that is just fine. Okay. Yeah, I don't always have that luxury to save it, but it hurts my heart. I would rather save it. All right. Oh, we might as well put the writing right side up. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay, that looks good to me. Okie doke. Now, let's look at that lace scraps. And if I can't find a scrap that I like, I've got my whole basket of lace. Some of this isn't exactly scraps. It's from my sister. But I have been putting my scraps in it with the idea that this is going to turn into my lace scrap bag. All right, now, it doesn't have to be lace. It could be something like this. Now, this is salvage. And let's see if that's big enough, though. I think that could be really pretty. And it says beetles and bugs. That's good for a gardening journal. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, we've got plenty. So right here. And right here. You can always trim it up. All right. Back with the glue. We'll come back to here. Look at how the glue stick is got enough moisture in it that it caused that Tim Holtz paper, which is not crummy paper, to bow a little bit. Yep. You know, you automatically can expect something like that maybe from printer paper, but this is Mr. Holtz. All right, I would like this to be unrolled just a little bit, but we're not pulling out the ironing board. So we're going to let the glue okay. I'm going to give this a little trim. And let's put one on this side. There we go. I like these smaller bottles. I mean, the Fabri-Tac big bottle, it's fine, but I just find with my hands, it's easier for me to manipulate the smaller bottles. I get that from Dollar Tree. But I was on the Beacon website just to see what it was I was buying because, you know, I would prefer not to have these things all come apart. Okay. I think that side's fine. All right. I think that looks cool. Let's get our piece of paper. Look. All right. Let's jewelify it. I've got some butterflies. Let's think about a butterfly. Maybe instead of leaves, some of these kind of leaves. Maybe like this. Or whichever way it wants to go. All right. And then maybe a flower or two. I like the yellow, but I wonder if I do have one in a pink, and that way it's not competing with the butterfly. Let's do that. All right. Put down the greenery first. It is going to be in the 80s today. It's still morning. It's I believe it's the 20th of August. Sunday. Okay. It's 2023. If you're watching this in the future, this is past Julie. And I think for these little, not heavy paper, just printer paper, little sprigs, I think they'll be fine with the glue stick on the cloth. If they start to come up, I can always come back with a little of the beacon glue. Be fine. All right, needs antennas. I did cut my antennas off of my butterflies when I cut them out. They're just a little too hard for me to cut. I'm going right over that cloth. And I'm just going around the head a little bit. Okay. I like that, but let's see if I love it. Oh yeah, that looks great. So there's another belly band. 2 belly bands down. Wasn't that fast? Okay, now I've got these 2 corner pockets that I cut from this is from the gardening journal, and I have one of the inside covers. So if I want the flowers to show, see, I would have to put this in the upper corner, because otherwise it will be upside down and it'll look like all the flowers are going to fall off. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one this way, and then I'm going to do one this way. I could even do them on the same page. Let's see what that would look like. See, I think that's clever. So, you know what? At this point, I'm just going to ink them up and throw them in the basket. And then I think it's going to be one of those times that it would be good to just let, once I place them, let that kind of dictate where I'm going to put them. I'm going to use Vintage Photo, and I'm going to give it a generous... Did I do the wrong side? Well, you know what? I'm going to do both sides on both of them. And that way, I'll be able to just pick right then and there which way I want to go what. Because maybe I'll be adding a little lace to these, or maybe I will be adding nothing. I mean, it's too big of an unknown. Okay, put that in the basket and put this in the basket. As I've been working on that journal, I have been just keeping my little side scraps for just moments like this, because the ephemera will go, but I'm trying to keep some of these things generic enough that they could also go in another journal. And honestly, if you're making it and you like it, chances are it can go in another journal. Okay, let's get that basket out just for a sec. I want to see, do I have already a pocket that I favor? Yes, see, that's what I thought. I already favored that side, but I don't have one that has this side. So let's work on this side. And while we're just here in the whole inking mode, let's put a thumb hole. Well, that's the corner rounder. That's why it's looking kind of goofy there. All right, here we go. And away it goes. And let's give this a good distressing of the edges. So yep, sunny, beautiful weather. I'm looking forward to going this afternoon to be with my grandson after he gets up from his nap, and maybe we'll be able to go for a nice walk. It's kind of, I want to say it's spring-like weather, but honestly, it's autumn-like weather, and there are, believe it or not, leaves already turning in my complex. There sure are. Okay, now let's decorate this up. Now this is from the kit that I'm using for my gardening journal, and the name of the company is My Favorite Paper. She's the one from Etsy that I got it from, and it's called Vintage Botanical Field Notes Journal Kit. So that's where, oh, I like that. That's where this is coming from. Is it too much of the same? Let's get one of these kind of labely bits. Maybe even a couple of them. I know I've got more. I cut out a bunch, and we haven't used that many. All right, I see some. They're just slipping and sliding around. Yeah. We'll tack those on there. And this. Okay, now I did not put the distressing on these. That's just the way the printing was prepared. But I think it's very obvious. So I'm going to go ahead and put some on here. How about on the correct side? Give it a little sense of belonging, huh? Doesn't show up that much, but it's there. We know it's there. And let's glue down these two strips. I'm going to glue down the longer one first. Have that on the outside. And then put the shorter one on the inside. Don't know why, just that's what feels right to me. And now the circle. I like the look of that, but I wouldn't mind some color. I got the other stickers that I've used in the past and things like that. What about a couple of smaller flowers? See, right away, I just love having that color. Good. And a couple of leaves. Am I always off the camera when I'm digging around? I apologize. I will try to do better. All right, let's get these on. Get the leaf. Another leaf. And then we'll put the two edge ones. So I've got preparations going on in my kitchen. I'm going to take some spaghetti over to my son and daughter-in-laws, and if they want to eat it tonight, they can, or if they want to put it in the freezer, they can. Be just something to hopefully make their life a little bit easier. Okay, I like that. A little something right here, like a little label or something. These are very sheer, and that's bright. So I know I've got some that are not. Yeah, these are more papery. Got this. Maybe there's one with a color. We'll leave that. Or two, put two on. Yeah, let's do that. Put this one on first. Sometimes you need two labels. I'm just saying. Okay. And yes, it went over the leaf of the flower. I think that's fine. I like those. Okay, I think this is a nifty little pocket. Should we just take a check here? Look, beautiful. All right, moving along. I've got these that I cut from my, why am I always pulling this out? I cut these from my master board after I had cut some other things, and I thought that they would make nice tags, and I'm just going to stack them right up, and I'm going to cut those corners off together. What do you think of that? There's one that's just a little bit longer, and it's got that edge on it that's from the edge of the paper. Let's just take care of two birds with one stone that way. Okay. I'm going to eyeball it. What do you think? Good enough. Yep. Okay. So let's work on these 3 tags. 1, 2, 3. Maybe they'll end up on the same page. Maybe they won't. We don't know. But let's get a hole in them. Well, maybe not. Maybe, maybe what we will do is like tack a little piece of lace or something up top. Okay. All right, what do we need on these? We need something other than green. How about snippets? Let's see. Now this is too big. This is a snippet we did a while back. So I'm going to pull out a little bit of a narrower one and see, will these fit? Well, I think it'll be overwhelming. All right, let's just see what else. I'm just going to check and see. Again, this is a snippet that, you know, too big. Yeah, no, I don't think this is a time for snippets. Well, good to know. Good to know. I've got these bits, like, look at this. Okay, I like that. Let's put that on. It's kind of like a, I don't know what it is. It's got little places, like sometimes you get one of these cards and then every time you come in they punch, and then when you get so many punches you get, I don't know, a discount or something. Okay, now maybe with that, a butterfly. I think that looks sweet. Let's do that. All right. I'm going to get this. The antennas have been seeming just a little bit skinny to me, so I'm going to use a bigger Sharpie. Okay. Now, I think it needs inking. I really do. Where did my little inking sponge go? It's right here. I'm in the black soot this time. And I like it. It's framing it out nice. There. You can see the difference. Okay, we'll just set it aside. And we've got 2 more. What else is in this little container that maybe we could put on here? We could use one of these again. I was seeing if I had she had them in a variety of sizes. And I see a smaller one right here. And then maybe, now is this circle too big? Yeah, too big. I don't know if there's anything smaller in here. I've got these little labels, too big. Well, okay, nothing is jumping out at me. How about in my leftovers from Tina? How about this? We could do them with butterflies, all 3. Okay, let's do that. I like that. All right. We're moving along. I'm trying to pick up the pace. And I don't think we did bad the last time we got together. So this is from Shabby Dabby Doodah, and it was a collection of butterflies. And I did a butterfly and bug journal that you can go back several videos, but it wasn't that long ago. All right, let's get that black marker again. Not everything we make has to have everything in the kitchen sink. We don't have to go that far every time. Sometimes it's refreshing not to. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't punch holes in these. I'm glad we're gonna maybe put a piece of that fabric or something like that. Everyone talks about sari silk. I don't have any. And the only place that I've seen it, and I haven't looked on Etsy, but the only place that I've seen it is on AliExpress or Temu or one of those types of things. Okay, I like that. And one more, maybe a piece of washi on the side. How about that idea? Whoops, well, one hit the floor. It's kind of wide, but I think if we just don't use too much, we'll be fine. I could even cut it in half, like this. And let's put that on the side. Got tape on my fingers and I'm goofing with the glue stick. Okay. I like the metallic on this. There is silver metallic on the paper underneath. I don't know why, but after you put some glue on your washi, it's a little easier to handle. Okay. I find though that washi has a challenging moment when you try to put it on top of acrylic paint. That just, it's a little bit too slippery, I think. This butterfly goes with this, but not this. So I was thinking, okay, maybe we should go like in a totally different direction again. I've got some butterfly stickers in one of these. Let's see. Not that one. I don't think it's the red one. We'll take a chance here. What about the yellow one? No. That leaves the pink one. Yes. Now these are different butterflies again. So we can have 3 totally different butterflies. That's too big. Whoop, 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 whoop. What about this one? It's got some pretty long little taily guys coming off of him. Yeah, I think that'll look great. That way, if they end up together, they look kind of like a set, but if they don't, it's fine. It'll be just fine. Now the butterfly fits. The plastic is going to be a little off of the edge, but I can just trim that off. Oh, it all fit. Okay, it needs edging. Oh, it is sticking off the edge. The ink caught it. There we go. Okay. Of course, I got some ink on the table. I'm just gonna, I know this isn't taking it off, but it'll keep it from smearing on other things. Okay, so we've got these 3 little tags. I think they're sweet. They need a little something on the top, but again, let's see where we're gonna put them. Now, I know this might seem a little boring, but I've got more of this from my master board, but that's okay. I think it looks good this way. I need pockets. I'm gonna go ahead and put a thumb hole in this, and I had an idea. What was it? Oh, round the bottom for a change. Like that. Gives it a little different look. I could do all 4. Why not? Yeah, it's not quite square. I'll cut that one. Yeah. Not the fault of my corner rounder, but it's not quite square. But it's square enough. There we go. Okay. Now, maybe a different washi. This one has butterflies and words and a brain. Let's see. Let's just pull some off. See, I think that'll be cool. Let's put that right on the bottom. I'm pulling off just a little bit more than I need, and I'm going to trim off the top here. I'm just hanging over my trash. Okay. Yeah, well, didn't work. But the reason why is sometimes that very end, if you haven't used your washi tape, that gets really kind of dry. So let's glue this up. Bang, bang. Means it's time to roll up the glue stick. Okay. All right. I like that. Now, Let's see. We've got some of these bigger things, like a big old beetle. I like that. And maybe another butterfly. I'm trying to grab this red one. I don't know, it doesn't send me. What do you think? Maybe this one. Sure. And a flower. Let's put some ink on this. I'm going to stick with the black soot. Change it up a bit. Then always vintage photo, vintage photo. Okay. I'm going to put this one on, the beetle. And now this butterfly. These are both from Shabby Dabby Doodah. And some antenna. I think this one would be good with the skinnier antenna. Okay. Now, maybe a trim on the bottom. What do you say? Get the scraps. That looks like it would fit. It's got a little weird spot there, but I'm going to leave it. I think it's okay. Okay. I'm going to put 2 rows of the glue. Was it over the washi? I'm thinking it is. Yes. Yes. Okay. And then right to the bottom. All right. And let's get this end as close as I can to the edge. And then this one with the weird side, maybe we'll be cutting that off. Well, that just looks like it was made for it. But I'm just going to let this dry before I trim it up. But let's see, what do we think? What's the overall effect? You know, it could use a little something here, couldn't it? All right. There's leaves in the back. We could just put a flower and not necessarily have to add leaves. And I like that, but it needs a leaf. I can see that already. I like the way the blue picks up the blue of that beetle. I guess the beetle's not blue. He's kind of bluish greenish. All right. Here we go. I don't know how you feel, but I like mixing it up, that there's a little bit of me and a little bit of Tina and a little bit of the woman who made the kit. I'm sorry, I don't remember her first name. All right. I think that's a very cool pocket. I'm going to go ahead and see about trimming this now. The glue has had a minute. Yeah, there we go. Okay, sometimes your scissors can act like forceps and just remove things. Okay, that's good. In the basket. And I've got these, and I realize we're using a lot of that same paper, but it doesn't all have to go in the same journal, right? Let's do some more tags. I went a little more generous. Okay, I'm taking a page out of Tina's book. She just grabs the scissors and goes. And when I see her finished work, I think it's lovely. So, okay, 3 of these. What else do we have going on here? I've got these. These are small, small, small. I've got a couple of packs of stickers in here, but again, on the small side. I'm just going to put the stickers in with the other stickers. Yeah, do a little housekeeping. Now I've got these. Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, they all fell out. Glad they were in the basket. I've got these. Let's just see what some of these would look like. They may be way too big, and I really don't want to cut them up, but they may not all be way too big. Let's just see. Okay, I think that's fine. Let's put the glue stick lid on. Can we afford 3 of these? Okay. One more. I think those will be fine. We can definitely cut the little bottom stems off. All right, let's get these back in the basket that they fell out of, and then I'll get them all back in their bag. Okay, good start. Okay. All right, it's full of static electricity. I'm going to cut it off right now because it'll be sticking and sticking and sticking. Okay, 1. I like the way that this green kind of interrupts the green that's on there with a whole different look and feel, even though it's green on top of green. I like that they put those nice long stems on there. You can customize. Oh. Okay. There we go. Very nice, if I say so myself, which I did. And I'm getting the sticky little bits off. Put the pin back. All right, let's ink them up. Ink and think. What next, folks? I'm thinking a flower. I'm going just like a dab, 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 so that I'm just getting a little edge. I don't want it to be all filled in. I just want a black edge. Okay, I like that. Yeah, I'm thinking flower. And I'm thinking I don't want to do stickers again. Wait, black, yeah. Let's see what's in that bin that has from the kit, the little embellishments. Because sometimes I can just recall me saying too big, too big. And these are nice, generous size tags. And when you have something this generous, I wouldn't mind a bit of a splash. And yet I know the colors on those are kind of muted, kind of no nonsense, you know, field notes looking. Okay. All right. I think the stickers added a lot. I think that the trim added a lot. Now, let's see. I'm looking. Oh, wait a minute. What about snippets? We can think about that too. So here's what I was talking about, where we've got things like this. Now, see, I like that. We've got things like this one. One more. This one I think is awfully big. Well, not necessarily, but let's see. I know I've got more. Now, those postcards are definitely too big. That's bigger than anything else. This admissions, how many times have we seen this? It's either too big or too small. Okay, I like the admission. I was seeing if maybe I might want, though, this one. Yeah, I like that one better. Okay, let's get that on, and then we'll see where we go from here. All right. Let me know in the comments, are you liking this so far? I feel like we're getting a lot done. I hope it feels that way to you. I know there's times that I just feel like, oh, I'm getting so much done. And then the next day when I go to look in my basket to kind of refresh my memory of what we all got done, I'm thinking, is that it? What were you going on and on about? Oh, we made so much. Oh, yeah. So don't always trust my judgment. I think I'll put this one in the middle, but low. Okay, and then we'll put this one on this side. That kind of makes it look like a threesome. Okay. All right, there we go. Well, sometimes if it looks like it's straight on this side, it doesn't look like it's straight on this side. Well, that's just blame the person doing the cutting. Okay, now what? I like that. I'm thinking flower or butterfly or what? You're coming up. I'm not just stalling. I know those stickers are small. I've got these and these where we could put on something like that. You know what? It's just too much of a contrast. I like contrast, but that's a little too much. What's going on in here? These are my labels. Now, they wouldn't be bad if they were big. Like here. Now, see, I like that. All right, let's keep going with that thought. See, we got some bigger. And here I would have thought that the smaller labels would have been going quicker. Now this one's brown. Is it too much brown? Yeah, I like the blue better. Or another color. Now let's see. That's another brown one. Okay, here's a green one. Boy, it wouldn't hurt if they were bigger. All right, let me... I'm half tempted to just take this tin and tip it over, but I know we'll be picking up labels forever. Okay, that's brown again, but it's got some pink in it, and it's got some shiny gold. I'm okay with that. I like that. Not crazy about this one. Going back in here. All right, see, here's another one that's kind of got that pinkish pink going on. What do you think? Let's do that. I still have this out. I'm second guessing, but no. Second guessing time has ended. The clock has stopped. Keep moving. I have a video of me making these labels, and I like them. Are they perfect like the ones you buy? No. Are they almost perfect like the ones that you use a rubber stamp with? No. Although, that is on my list of things in the future. Is I want to get a set of the stamps that make labels. I haven't really... Oh, you know what? Sometimes glue stick just doesn't like acrylic. Or it could be that sticker underneath that it doesn't like. Let's give it a moment. I can tell you this is not staying down no matter what. I'll try one more time to get some glue on it. Make sure. Well, yeah, it could have been just absent of glue. If it wants to lift, I will correct it then. Now I realize this last one I'm putting on with the numbers going sideways, but that doesn't bother me. Okay. Now a flower? Now can I put a flower on? I think it could use one. I really do. All right, let's see. See, tell me you don't love that. One more. I like them, and I like them without the leaves because there's leaves in the back. I mean, the masterboard has leaf pattern, and then I put those leafy stickers, so I think we can check off the leaf box. All right. I like the way this kind of a reddy maroon color goes with these little, I don't know, berries of some kind. I know you probably can't see it, but there's a caterpillar and there's a butterfly or a moth. I think it's a moth on there too. It's cute. Now, once we decide where these are going to go, we can always add more. We can always add more if they seem a little, I don't know, short on decorating, but I think these are fine. All right, in the basket. Okay, we got time for a couple more. Should I check the time? Oh yeah, I think so. Wait. Nope. I wish. Well, let's just take a recap. We started out with this beautiful belly band. It has decided to really curl, but isn't that pretty? Okay. And then we did this belly band. I like it just as well. And then we did this pocket. Now we've got these two corner pockets that all I did was ink up the edges because we just need to see. And then we did these tags. I'll just kind of lay them out here. And these little ones, which I think came out adorable. Good. Okay. Scramble, scramble. And then we did this one. And that's it. But, I mean, that is a nice amount of work we did. Look. All right. Well, thank you for staying with me for this time. Thanks for helping me get some more ephemera done. Please consider giving the video a thumbs up. It helps my channel so much. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, share it with them. I will look forward to seeing you all in another video. Bye now.